Hi you guys, so we're here with my trip to Cuba. I got all the tips and tricks for you. Let's go. Okay, so first of all, my visa was $50. Oh my gosh, perfect thing to see on the way from the airport. Okay, so I flew JetBlue, so my visa was only $50. Super easy to get right from the airport. Alright guys, this is my Airbnb. I chose something really modern. I definitely could have went for that whole typical Cuba vibe, but didn't want to. Super safe, super secure, a little crazy looking. Either way, it definitely was perfect. Also, I got my travel insurance from Alliance Global. It was $68 for my full 9-day trip. Walking out of the apartment here to go get food. Can also let you know that my round trip flight to Cuba was only $323 with JetBlue. My Airbnb was about $462 for a total of 5 nights. I actually spent a couple nights somewhere else. This is a park that I ended up walking past. Super pretty. It was definitely about to rain, so I'm actually headed home right after this. But my taxi to the Airbnb and back to the hotel was about $25 to $30 each way. I did not set that up ahead of time. I was told there was no purpose. This is a cute little restaurant that I ate at. Definitely always have to get a mojito. Mojito was about like $8. That meal cost about 1,500 pesos. The average meal goes anywhere from 1,200 to 3,500 pesos, depending on what you're eating. So now I'm just walking through the neighborhood some more, just showing you what Havana looks like. So when I first got to the Airbnb, my Airbnb host was super nice enough to get my money exchanged for me. So I exchanged 500 US dollars and I got 50,000 pesos. My Airbnb was located off Malcion and C Street. I wanted to be by the water. It's about 10 minutes from Old Town or downtown Havana. Taxi to get me there was about like $5 to $8 during the day, and then about $8 to $15 at night. You guys know I had to jump in an old school car. There's restaurants everywhere. There was lots of restaurants by my Airbnb, and most of them were open until 11 p.m. The U.S. Embassy was actually also really close to my Airbnb. That is always a factor when I book things, just in case something happens. So this is my first night in Cuba, and I am actually headed downtown for dinner. Y'all, the water was everything. I don't know if you guys know what water smells like, but I love it. I actually live by the coast in the United States, so being by the water here in Cuba was very important to me. This 10-minute drive was super relaxing. I didn't mind it at all. I think my location was perfect. Made it to dinner at Cha Cha Cha. Super cute place. Actually met some girls here. They are downstairs. I'm pretty sure you can't see them in this video, but you will see them on my part 2 of my trip to Cuba. Make sure you check out that video. So Americans are not allowed to stay at the resorts and hotels. We are only allowed to stay at Casa Particulars. So that is how I ended up at an Airbnb, just for the record. Keep that in mind. Definitely had to get pictures of all the old school cars. So dope seeing them. So now I am headed to Santa Maria Beach. It's about 30 minutes away. My Airbnb host was actually super nice and was able to set up this taxi ride for me. The round trip ride cost me about 3,000 pesos, which is about $30 US. It was super quiet over here, almost looked deserted, but that's because everybody was just at the beach chilling. I really wasn't saying anything important here. I really just wanted to see how cute I looked with this super pretty, dope background. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful it is, y'all. Like the perfect day to go to the beach. Definitely had to get all the selfies while I was there. I stayed in Santa Maria for about 4 or 5 hours. Cute little restaurant. Of course, I had to get the lobster. Oh my gosh, it was so bomb. So much food. It was really delicious. Everybody was really nice. Check them out. Okay, so I came back, showered, got ready, and then headed out to the Tropicana. So I actually ended up getting my ticket at the door, and they did not accept pesos, so I had to pay cash. It was 75 USD. Of course, I had to get a couple selfies really quick, okay? But the show was so bomb, you guys. I don't know if you guys can even tell here, but my phone is a little messed up. It actually broke my second day in Cuba, so my screen is like blacked out. But I had to record this experience because it was literally a once-in-a-lifetime show. So, by any means necessary. I do think I ended up getting some pretty good footage though. The show was dope. It was like the I Love Lucy version on steroids. It was everything I thought it would be and so much more. So if you are ever in Havana, Cuba, you have to go to the Tropicana. You will not be disappointed. Also, I noticed a common theme throughout Cuba. They really embrace and empower and respect and show a lot of gratitude for all the Afro-Cubans and the African community and the more voluptuous woman. So I was living. Okay, backtracking a little bit. If you need to get a Wi-Fi card or a SIM card, you can go to the ETSECA office in Havana, ETECSA. Make sure you bring your passport. You can get a SIM card for $10 US or $1,000 peso. And you can get a Wi-Fi card for 5 hours for $1.25 US or 125 pesos. The lines are typically long, so be prepared to be there for about 2 to 3 hours. Make sure you bring your passport. Make sure you have pesos, but you're probably going to need both of those things. Initially, I didn't think I did, but I also don't think I realized how easily accessible internet in general is in the United States. So it's really hard to not pull out your phone to go on Facebook or Instagram or look up directions or Google something. So the Wi-Fi ended up being needed. The service ended up being needed when I was out in public. So it was definitely worth the investment. The Tropicana was about 15-20 minutes from my Airbnb. So my taxi to Tropicana was about $25 each way. So that is 2,500 pesos each way. I think it was pretty expensive, one, because it was nighttime, and two, because it was a little bit further than everything else. And Tropicana is not located in the like downtown, Old Town area. It's in a different area altogether. So I think those two things play a factor. So if you are going with somebody, you want to split the taxi, that would definitely be beneficial. You guys, this show was amazing. These clips don't even remotely do it justice. It definitely gave me life. I had so much fun. So the next morning, I went to go get some souvenirs for my family. I went to San Jose, which is about 20 minutes from my Airbnb, to the Almacenes San Jose Artisans Market. If you tell the taxi driver, they will definitely know where to take you. All right, that's it. Make sure you check out part 2, my day trip to